Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Illini West High School in Fuzzburgess Field as we are here for a pair of 3-3 teams to do battle on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. I'm Dwayne Hulett. Ginny's on the camera tonight. Little uncomfortable in her location, so hopefully she's able to survive the night. But as you can see, the Chargers are getting ready to break through their banner. Hopefully Jenny can zoom in a little bit on the banner without getting into the post. I don't know, not the best location for it. So both teams 3-3. The Chargers on a 3-game winning streak after running the gambit. Man, they had a tough breakthrough to start things off this season as they played Farmington, Elmwood, Brimfield, and Macomb in that order. Went 0-3, but they have played well since then and are 3-3. They need 2 more wins to make themselves playoff eligible in their final 3 games. Both of these teams find themselves in about the same predicament, so they will want to find a win tonight. A win for either of these teams tonight is huge. A loss for either of them equally as bad. As we get ready to go here, as you see the Chargers coming to the huddle, the Bureau Valley Storm still at the far end of the field. You want to stay up here? As we get ready to go with the first quarter here, live from Fuzzburgess Field. Again, both teams enter tonight's contest 3-3. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with the kickoff here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
And welcome back to Fuzzburgess Field. As you can see, both teams getting ready to go on the field for the opening kickoff here. And IHSA, key matchup for the night, as these two teams both, as I said earlier, need a win. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. As the Chargers won the toss, they deferred to the second half, so the Storm will get the ball first. Back deep to return for the Storm, number 24, Brady Hartz. As the Chargers kick it away for the first time. Nice kick. It's actually going to go left and out of bounds. A flag on the opening kickoff. So it will be a penalty, and it'll be 1st and 10 at the 35, I believe. See where they mark it at here. So get ready to go. It'll be the Storm ball, 1st and 10. It is at the 35-yard line. Well, the main judge, the referee, trying to figure out where the ball went out of bounds, I believe, maybe. Come over and got something from the side judge. Actually, it was his flag. Come over to pick the flag up. Here we go. We're getting ready to go. Play number 1 as a 4 wide receiver set. Shotgun, single setback for the Storm. 1 wing back in motion. Handoff's going to go to the fullback. Nope, kept a wing. That motion back actually kept it to the far side. 5 yards on the carry. That's Hartz, number 24. Goes for a gain of 5. Brady Hartz on the carry. Three wide receivers near side this time. 2nd down and 5 for the Storm from their own 40-yard line. And a whistle blows. Flag thrown here on the second play. It was going to be a handoff to the setback. It's going to be offsides, charge to the Chargers. And are they going to give them the first down or not? They're going to call 2nd down and less than a yard. 2nd penalty for Illini West. 2nd and inches. 3 wide receivers near side. 2 in the backfield with the quarterback in a shotgun. In motion. Handoff. Nope, fake handoff. Quarterback is going to keep it. He'll go for a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a first down. They might give him 6 here. Quarterback number 1, Bryce Helms on the carry. Going to gain a 5. So Helms gets the first down run. 2 runs, 5 yards apiece. A little tighter formation this time. Handoff, inside handoff. Going to come to the outside now. And a nice little stutter step move across the 40. Thrown out of bounds and thrown down late. I'm surprised that did not draw a flag. 6 yards. Actually a gain of 11 on the, well, we're going to move it back. So gain of 10 for Hearts. It's 2 carries for 15 yards, 2 first downs for the Storm, and they have it 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line of the Chargers. 10:58 remaining. Clock should be stopped, I believe. Nope, it's running, 10:52. Again, Hart's on the inside handoff. Again, a big run. He's going to have another first down. This time he's going to go for a gain of 11. He's got 26 yards on 3 carries, 3 first downs, and it's 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line for the Storm as they continue to push the tempo here. Helms in the shotgun. Pass to the flat to Hartz. Sheds off one tackler. A flag's going to come down. It's going to be a face mask. And Hartz is going to be swarmed under after a short game, but it'll be a 15-yard face mask penalty over there on the Chargers. That's 3 penalties in the opening derived defensively for the Chargers. It is a face mask. It is a 15-yarder, so first down by penalty. Move it down to the 17, so they gave him 1 yard on the completion. 1st and 10 at the 17, or at the 13, excuse me. Enders on the carry. He's going to go for a gain of about 5. Short 6, long 5. I'm going to give him 5. 2nd down and a pretty short 5, long 4 here as they bunch it back up. 2 flankers very tight. Handoff. Nope, we're going to roll right is Helms. He's under pressure. He's going to be brought down in the backfield for the Chargers. Finishing it up was number 71 for the Chargers. That is Isaac Jones, but I believe it was Steven Sparks there first. Either Steven Sparks or Evan Sanderson there first. And it's a loss of 5. It's 3rd and 10. Back to the spread formation now. 3 wide receivers far side. Endress the lone setback. Timeout charged to the Chargers. We'll take a break as well, and we'll come back. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available. So with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
Welcome back to Fuzz Burgess Field here in Carthage, Illinois. As timeout charged to the Chargers. It's 3rd down and 10 for the Storm. Helms going to fake the handoff, drops back, a little slice, little inside slant route intended for Hartz. Drops at his feet. It's 4th and 10 on the incompletion. They're at about the 12. It's 4th and 10. And the big play by the Chargers defense to force a 3rd and 10. They have had some success running the football on the inside handoff and the motion back. Not this time, though. They're going to drop back to throw. It is going to be to Hartz again. He's got some room to run, but he's not going to get enough. He's down to close to the 5, maybe the 6 or 7 yard line, but it will be a turnover on downs to the Chargers. The completion was good for 4 yards, but it's not enough, and it's 1st and 10 Chargers from their own 8 yard line. Who needs a football? Keith Yex beside us on WCAZ point out they need a football. Footballs are overrated today, aren't they? So it'll be the first time for the Chargers. For anybody at home that's wondering, they do eat footballs that they use offensively. So that's what Keith was talking about when he said they needed the football and pointed it out. Little double move and a wide open receiver, but he's overthrown. The pass from Ethan Carlisle was there, but he just overthrew it. The pass intended for Trey Niederman is incomplete. So Carlisle goes big on his first attempt. The double move, he pumped, and then Niederman went deep, but overthrew him. So it'll be 2nd and 10, excuse me. Carlisle in the shotgun again. 2 wide receivers far side. Handoff's going to go. Nope, we're going to keep it. Carlisle faked the handoff and gets a nice gain, but it's not enough to bring up a short 3rd down. He's only going to get about 3. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 7 as Carlisle gets the 3 yard gain. 3rd and 7 from about the 11 yard line for the Chargers. It's a short 3, but we'll give him 3. 2 wide receivers far side, wing back near side, tight end near side. Single set back beside Carlisle. In motion. Going to throw back to Niederman, I believe that is. He's got some room to run. He finds the corner. He's at the 25, 35, 40. Nope, 30, excuse me, and gets ran out of bounds. Niederman from the 12 out to where they're going to mark it. Actually, they shot well short, back to the 26. 14-yard reception. Once again, Carlisle, a single setback to his left this time. Formation is flipped to right wide receivers near side. Taking quite a while to take the snap. Hands off to Johnson. Nick Johnson is not going to find anything. In fact, he's going to be held to a loss on the play back to the 25, possibly the 24. It is going to be a loss of 2 for Nick Johnson. 2nd and 12. They were behind the chains in their first series, 2nd and 10. Now it's 2nd and 12. Or their first set of downs, I should say. We'll see if the Chargers are able to flip the script again. Hand off to Johnson, trying to get around the corner, and he's going to be stopped again, and even a bigger loss this time. He's going to be back to the 21, it would appear. We'll see where they finally stop at, maybe all the way back to the 20. So a loss of 3 for Johnson on that play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 15. He's got negative 5 yards on 2 carries. 3rd and 15 for the Chargers. Hop in the live chat. Tell us where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. Love to see that be active. Share the link. Tell everybody where they can watch the game at tonight. Three wide receivers near, one far. Carlisle alone in the backfield. He's going to take the snap. Looks to the left. Nobody there. He's shredded under pressure. Now he's going to break a tackle, but he's going to be brought down finally. He gained a few of those yards back, but not enough. He's going to lose at least 6. We'll see where they mark it. Loss of 6 for Carlisle. So negative 3 rushing yards for Carlisle, negative 5 rushing yards for Johnson in the first series. It's going to bring up 4th down and 21, and it'll be a punting situation from their own 15-yard line as we have 6:04 remaining here in quarter number 1. Full protect here. Kinnaman gets a nice punt away, but it's going to be fielded at the 46-yard line, and he slips. Good coverage downfield by Steven Sparks. A short return of 2 yards. It'll be 1st and 10. Well, they might give him 3. Let's see where they actually mark it here. Looks like they're going to put it at the 44. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 44. It was a 2-yard return for the Storm, and that's where they'll start things off in plus territory at the 44 of the Chargers. Helms back to the quarterback spot. It was all Hartz and Endress with a little bit of Helms mixed in the first series. We'll see if they mix anybody else into the offensive threat here. And I was going to go to Endress. He's going to go, let's see, he's got at least 6. I'm going to give him 7. Endress gets 7 on the carry. He's got 12 yards on 2 carries. And it's 2nd down and 3 for the Storm at the 37-yard line of the Chargers. 23 remaining in the first quarter. Helms, he's going to straight quarterback run. Not much there for Helms that time. On the stop, among others, was number 5, Roan Jackson. A gain of 1 for Helms. So it is 3rd down and a short 2 for the Storm. Helms back to the shotgun. Enders to his left. 3 wide receivers left, 1 near. Enders is going to get the carry. He's going to have the 1st down and a couple more. They keep moving the pile. He's down to near the 30, and that's where they're going to mark it. From the 36 to the 30, a 6-yard gain for Enders. He's got 18 yards on 3 carries, and it's a 1st down for the Storm at the 30-yard line of the Chargers. 4:25 remaining. Two setbacks this time. 3 wide receivers far side. Fake handoff, ball's on the ground. Chargers have it. Helms tried the fake handoff to Hartz and couldn't hold on to it. Ball's going to be recovered by the Chargers. Coming up with it, called his name once already, number 71. That is Isaac Jones coming up with the turnover. It's 1st and 10 Chargers at the 45-yard line. 5-yard loss for Helms. Puts him in negative yardage at 4. Negative 4 yards for Helms. No first downs. Make a correction, make that 1 first down for the Chargers. Carlisle, no blocking. That was a quarterback run all the way, but there was nothing doing there. See where they mark it at. They're going to take it all the way back. No forward progress. Man, that's a tough break for the Chargers. He was way farther ahead than that when he got hit and then got drove back. He's going to lose 7 on the play. 2nd and 17. Man, I don't know about that. He lost 3 or 4. I would have thought they'd have given him forward progress, but no dice. Carlisle's going to roll left now, throw across his body. He's not going to find anybody, and he's going to be under pressure. Runs over one defender, but, man, there's a bunch of white jerseys back there, and he's going to lose 5 more, make it 4 more. Another 4-yard loss for Carlisle. Third and 21, 22 in between the two. I've only taken 11 yards away from him, so I'll call it 4th and 21, but or 3rd and 21, but I probably am being pretty generous there. Scoreboard has 22, I believe. Carlisle trying to make something happen. The defensive line for the Storm dominating. Double reverse, and again, trouble in the backfield. And they just have nothing going on. The ball carrier for the Chargers, number 3, Max Kinneman. He goes from the 24. It's 4th and La Harpe or Dallas City here. It's a bad one. That's a loss of another 7 for Kinneman. No positive yards here for the Chargers in this one yet. We're nearing the end of the first quarter, 1:53 remaining. Another kick. This one's going to bounce, take a good Chargers roll. It's going to roll into Storm territory down to about the 42-yard line. That's where the Storm will take over, 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line. We will have the band senior recognition at halftime, as well as the band performance. The seniors for cheer, football, golf were all done prior to the game. I want to thank everybody for joining us. Hop in the live chat. Tell us where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. We'd love to see that. Share the link. Let them know where you're watching. Let all your friends know. Helms going to take the snap. Is going to hand off this time inside. Hart's with it, and he's going to go maybe for a yard. Number 6 on the stop is Brady Blanton. Hart's is going to gain not even a yard, really. That's no gain for Hart's. Have to get the yard, and he didn't get all of it, so Hart's gets no gain. He's got 26 yards on 4 carries. Fakes the inside handoff, keeps it, does Helms. He breaks a tackle and rolls across the 45. He'll gain a few yards. See where they mark it. It's either 3 or 4. Call it a gain of 3 for Helms. He's got negative 1 yard on 5 carries. 3rd down and a short 7, long 6 for single wide receiver on an island on the far side, 3 on the near side. And that wide receiver started a little early. Trouble thrown incomplete, knocked down by Sparks. Back there in coverage was Sparks, but causing I believe it was number 50, Justin Baxter, up there causing some trouble. So it'll be the first punt of the game for the Storm. 28 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. Anderson will be punting. Going to catch it from about his 35-yard line. The punt will officially come from the 47. Couple back deep Chargers. Back with Niederman. It's going to come to Niederman's side. He throws up the. They blew the whistle early. Called a fair catch, did Niederman. Not sure why they blew the whistle so early, but it's a 1st and 10 for the Chargers, who have not found their way into plus territory yet. Every drive that has been on the punt has been the inside the 20. The only drive that started outside the 20 was a turnover by the Storm. Everything else has been deep in their own territory, and they've ended deep in their own territory. They have negative yards for every person carrying the ball so far. The only positive is the 14-yard pass play that resulted in a first down on their first drive. Everything else has been negative through on the ground. Carlisle, quick handoff. Johnson's got some running room. Big hit. Hartz puts Johnson to the ground. But Nick Johnson is going to gain 11. And he's got a first down on the ground. So he's got 6 yards on 3 carries to get him in positive territory. And it's 5 seconds remaining. Clock's up. They're supposed to be running the clock. They might get a play off, even though they weren't supposed to have gotten a play off. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Clock should have been running. It was not, but it gets there anyway. At the end of quarter number 1, it's 0-0, a very fast first quarter. We'll take a break. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. We'll be back right after this.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presenting Illini West football here from Fuzz Burgess Field in Carthage, Illinois. I thank McDonough District Hospital for being the presenting sponsor of TSSR Game Time Live. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. We greatly appreciate it. Hop in that live chat. Tell us where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. We'd love to have some communications. If you've got some scores from other games, hop in there and tell us those as well. Love to see that. As this game with some huge implications for the playoff for both teams, as they are 3-3 coming in. Now going back to the left to right now are the Chargers, as they're at the other end of the field. I kind of liked it when they're at this end. I got to see well. This if things play out the same, I will not be able to see very well from this end. Carlisle on the quarterback keeper. He's going to go forward, but he's not going to gain a lot, maybe a couple. Out to the 27. It's going to be a gain of 3 for Carlisle. He's got negative 11 yards rushing. 5 carries for negative 11 yards. Just underway in the second quarter. No score. Chargers have used a timeout. Inside handoff. Nope, they're going to throw it near side. Nice play. Nice sidestep by the Chargers. It'll be another first down from the 27 out near the 40. Niederman the catch. 39-yard, a gain of 12. Niederman has 26 yards on 2 catches. First and 10 through the air. Just the 3rd first down for the Chargers. Carlisle alone in the backfield. Nobody with him this time. 3 wide receivers far. He's going to show the left side to the wide receiver screen. Breaking another tackle and across the 50, another first down. Niederman, I believe, again. And he's going to go from the 39. An 11-yard gain. The 39, oh yeah, it is 13 yards. Getting Niederman in the game involved here. He's going to look to throw again down the right sideline. Sparks is there and out of bounds, incomplete. Thrown well out of bounds. That'll end a streak of 3 straight completions for Carlisle. He's now 3 for 5 for 39 yards. 3 catches all by Niederman for 39 yards as well. Incomplete pass stops the clock with 10:05 to go in the first quarter. This will slow the game down a little bit if the Chargers start throwing the ball more. So it's 2nd and 10 from the 48 of the Storm. It's the first time the Chargers have been in plus territory tonight. They are taking plenty of time here. Carlisle going to hand off to Johnson. Nope, going to keep it. Throw wide open at the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. Helms is the only one that can catch him. He will not. Touchdown, Chargers, 48 yards. $48-yard touchdown pass. The Max Kinnaman, number 3 on the reception. 48-yard touchdown pass. Chargers will go for 2 here with 9:56 remaining in the first half. Carlisle rolls right. Got an open receiver. It's caught. I believe it was Niederman. Still waiting to verify the number here. So 8-0 lead. It was Niederman on the 2-point conversion. Chargers go up by 8. We'll take a break and we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH right after this.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
And welcome back here to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Coverage of Illini West Chargers sports on live from Fuzz-Burgess Field. It's 8-0 Chargers after a 48-yard touchdown pass to Max Kinnaman from Ethan Carlisle, and Carlisle connected with Trey Niederman for the 2-point conversion, and it's 8-0 with 9:56 to go here in the first half, second quarter action. With a squib kick, no, it was deep kick, gonna go out of again. Be first and 10. That ends up being about nearly a 20-yard penalty. It went out of bounds at the 15. Actually went out of bounds near the 10. So we'll see where they mark it here. Should be first and 10 at the 35. That's what they're moving the sticks to. So it'll be first and 10 Storm at their own 35-yard line. Nobody touched it, so it's still 9:56 to go here in the first half. Got a bunch of football on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH tonight. Helms, Hart's on the inside handoff. He's got not a lot of room this time as he tries to cut it up inside. Blanton on the stop. Number 6, excuse me, Brady Blanton. Gain of 1 for Hart's. Got 22 yards on 5 carries. Enders this time. Nope, Helms kept it. Helms has got running room. He's around the right side, cuts it back to the inside. He's at the 50. He's got more running room. Now he's going to go back to the right. And he probably had room to the left. He's going to be tracked down, but he's going to go from the 36 into Charger territory. So he's got 14. Where are they going to mark it at? It looks like the 31. Be 35 yards on the carry. Helms 35 yards on the carry, first and 10. He's got 34 yards on 6 carries. Helms going to look to pass this time. Wide receiver is kind of held up. Could have seen a defensive holding or a pass interference call there, but no call. It's incomplete. Second down and 10 from the 31-yard line for the Storm in Charger territory. Two setbacks beside, one on each side of Helms. 2 wides near, 1 wide far. Helms is going to keep it. I'm not sure if that was a broken play possibly. Looked like he wanted to fake, but there was nobody to fake to. Both running backs went opposite directions. Helms goes forward for little to no gain. They didn't even move it a yard. They moved it about a foot. We'll call it no gain on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 10. Keith is calling it 3rd and a long 9, and he would be correct. Helms back under center as somebody's got the crotch rocket flying. Endress with the handoff. He breaks a tackle and shoots through. He's going to be close to a first down. He's going to gain about 8, it would look like. And 2, 4th and 2. 26 yards so far for Endress. Two setbacks again. Wide receiver near and far, a couple tight ends. Actually, there was a setback. Fullback. I don't know if he got it. It was 4th down, and I don't know if he got it. He did not. They are saying he's short. It was Hart's on the carry. No, Enders on the carry, excuse me. And he gets 1. He needed 2, and it's turnover on downs for the second time tonight. Huge defensive stand for the Chargers. They have the ball with the lead. Deep setback is Johnson behind Carlisle. Carlisle is pretty much in a shotgun. They're going to run the option, it looks like. Fakes the pitch. Carlisle turns it upfield. He's going to go for a nice gain. It's from the 21. He's going to be out across the 25, near the 29. Gain of 8. Yeah, we'll get a gain of 7. Yeah, we'll call it a gain of 7 for Carlisle. It's up to negative 4 yards rushing now on 6 carries. Three wides near, 3 wides far, 1 near. Carlisle looks at the wrist one more time. Going to take the snap. Fakes the throw and keeps it. He'll go across the 30, close to the 31, but he's going to be short. Give him a gain of 2. It's going to be 3rd and 1 from their own 30-ish yard line. He hasn't got to the 31, so we'll call it 3rd and 1 from the 30. Call it 31-yard line. 6:03 remaining, clock running here in the second quarter. Once again, if you can hear me, hop in that live chat and tell us where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. Johnson to the left of Carlisle. Kuzman goes in motion. Carlisle's going to get the first down. Breaks the tackle, going to get out to the 35. And it'll be a 4-yard gain and a first down. 8 carries for 2 yards for Carlisle. Short of the 35, maybe. He is. We'll call it 3 yards. But it's a first down nonetheless. Carlisle going to take another snap from the shotgun. Johnson on the carry. Breaks a tackle. Found some running room. He's got it. He might go. He's at the 30, 25, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown Chargers from the 34-yard line. From the 39-yard line, excuse me. It's a 61-yard run for Nick Johnson and a touchdown for the Chargers. With 4:48 to go, it's a touchdown, Illini West. Two-point conversion attempt coming here. 4:48 left in the first half. The Chargers have scored now on 2 big plays. Niederman's going to be tackled in the backfield. Run no good. (14-0) Chargers with 4:48 to go here in the first half. We'll take a break and we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, coverage of Illini West Chargers sports. It's 14-0 as Nick Johnson just scored from 61 yards out to give his team a 14-0 lead. The Chargers will be kicking off here with 4:48 remaining in the first half. The Chargers have scored on their last 2 drives. We get ready to go with the kickoff here. The Chargers, when we covered them at LVC, Jenny and I were both there. Chris Frankhauser, who's doing the Bushnell game tonight, was with us as well. They actually had a delay a game penalty on a kickoff. I don't know that I've ever seen that before. The Storm will have 3 deep to return. Hartz is at the 5-yard line. This is going to be out of bounds again. 1st and 10 at the 35. So the Chargers appear to be content with kicking the ball out of bounds and giving the Storm the ball at the 35, not letting Hartz or one of the other upbacks have any kind of an opportunity to return the football. That's the 3rd kick and the 3rd one that's went out of bounds. 4:48 to go in the first half. Storm need to get something going here as they have had more first downs. They've had more success driving the football per se, but they've turned the ball over on downs twice, and they've had a fumble that was recovered by the Chargers once. Helms has one setback with side. It's Indris. He takes the handoff, and he is going to break one tackle in the backfield. He's going to go for a very short gain. Looks like they will give him a yard. 2nd and 9 for the Storm, and now they're going to go back to the hurry-up offense that they had ran and used successfully early in the game. They had slowed down a little bit, it seemed like, as nearly going off sides was the wide out on the far side. Helms, Hartz, look for it's bobbled and dropped, wide open and dropped. Pass intended for I think that's number 82 over there. Maybe it's 88, I can't see the number. 80. See the number, it's rolled up in the jersey. It's 3rd down and 9. Indris has punted once for the Storm as well. Helms has got a receiver open down the right sideline, overthrows him. It's incomplete. 4th and 9 from the 36-yard line. We have a flag down. The play went. It looks like it might be a hold on the Storm or on the defense on the right side. We'll see. Holding against the Storm. So it's 3rd and 9, or it's 4th and 9 or 3rd and 19. It looks like they might decline it. We'll see if they keep it or they decline it. They are going to decline it. It's going to bring up 4th down and 9. Helms is going to go for it. Helms and the Storm going for it at their own 36-yard line on 4th and 9. Now they're going to try and draw them off sides. They stood up, timeout, charged to the Storm, and we'll take one as well. You're watching TSSR Game Time live coverage of Illini West Sports. Chargers lead 14-0. We'll be back after this.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available. So with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
You get the opportunity to see so many different things that if you worked at a bigger hospital, you may not be able to see. You know, work is not just about the job, it's also about the people that work alongside you. And we have the best teamwork. They're like a second family. Sometimes you can't get that feeling other places.
Welcome back to Fuzz Burgess Field as it's 4th and 9, and they will punt. Indris is back to punt now for the Storm. And it's going to go out of bounds. It'll be 1st and 10 Chargers. See where they mark it. It looks like they're going to mark it at the 45. we work through the second quarter, 3:59 remaining. It was a lot of offense for the Storm early. Some adjustments by the Chargers defense has turned that around, and now the Chargers offense has used a couple big plays to get 2 touchdowns on the scoreboard and a chance to add another one here with 3:59 remaining. They scored with 4:48 and got the ball back after 3 plays, 1 running play and 2 incomplete passes. Into the near flat, incomplete, pass intended for Sparks. In coverage out there was Hartz. It's an incomplete pass. 4 for 7 for 48 yards and a touchdown for Carlisle. Sparks has not caught a pass. 3:55 remaining. Clock stopped on the incompletion. Handoff's going to go. Nope. Carlisle kept it. And he's got some running room. He's got some blocking on the near side. A big block. He's at the 35, 30. Breaks the tackle. Stays in bounds. He's at the 25, 20. And he's finally going to be brought down from the 45. He's going to go all the way down to the 20, maybe the 19 of the Storm. We'll see where they mark it. It's at least 35 yards. Make it 36 yards on the carry for Carlisle. He's got 37 yards on 9 carries now. And a timeout's going to be charged to the Storm. We'll take one as well, and we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
You get the opportunity to see so many different things that if you worked at a bigger hospital, you may not be able to see. You know, work is not just about the job, it's also about the people that work alongside you. And we have the best teamwork. They're like a second family. Sometimes you can't get that feeling other places.
Welcome back here to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH coverage of Illini West Sports at Fuzzbridges Field in Carthage, Illinois. 3:41 to go. The Chargers moving the football again. Another big play. This one was 36 yards by Ethan Carlisle, the starting quarterback. And he has them 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line of the Storm. Still the third quarter. It is 14, or second quarter, excuse me. Still 14-0. Carlisle in a shotgun. Deep setback. Behind him is Nick Johnson. Option again to the short side of the field. Carlisle will keep it. He'll go for a short gain this time. Looks like a gain of 2. Can bring up 2nd down and 8. (17-yard line). It's a gain of 2. We'll take a look at some other games going on here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Let you folks know what the scores are. Macomb is getting beat by the Trojans right now, 19-7 in the second quarter. So it is the Bombers losing to the Trojans. Hand off to Johnson. He's got running room. He'll be tripped up. A nice play. He does go for a 5-yard or so gain. But it looks like number 13 on the stop, Ryan Wazalewski on the stop. A gain of about 4 is going to bring up 3rd down and 3. Johnson a gain of 4 on his 5th carry. He's got 71 yards on 5 carries. West Hancock playing Knoxville. Knoxville leading West Hancock 29-24, and it says still in the first quarter. A lot of points being scored there if that's true. I'm going to hope Luke forgot to change the quarter to second quarter on that one, but he's going to get the first down and a little bit more. He's down to about the 18-yard line. He's going to go for a gain of 4. It is a gain of 4. 1st and goal from the 8s. So it is 29-24 Blue Bullets. That is our other two 11-man games going on tonight. Bushnell is playing number 2 ranked Ridgewood in 8-man. And Bushnell hanging close in that one, 22-12 in the second quarter. And Bushnell. Double handoff. Kinnaman's going to be tackled in the backfield. Big loss. Loss of 6 or 7. Looks like where they're going to mark it down at. Going to knock it all the way back to the 15, or they're going to put it at the 14. 6 or 7 yard loss. Going to make it a 6-yard loss for Kinnaman. He's got negative 13 yards on 2 carries. So it's first and goal from the 14, or second and goal from the 14. Again, BPC trailing 22-12, but looks like Ridgewood about to score again there. Big game in I8FA football going on at West Central right now, and Flanagan is all over the undefeated Heat, 29-14 in the second quarter. So here comes Carlisle. Drops back, going to get pressure from the right side. He's going to throw it into the intended for Sparks. It's going to fall incomplete. Stops the clock with 30 seconds remaining. Third down and goal from the 14. So it's 20-14, 20-14 Falcons over the Heat right now in the second quarter, with playoff implications abounding there for the Heat and the Falcons. The other game going on right now is South Beloit and, well, actually we got West Prairie and Galva going on as well. West Prairie up 40-6 over the Wildcats in the second quarter. Carlisle rolls right here, throws it downfield. He's got Sparks is out of bounds. 23 seconds remaining, and it's fourth down. And I forgot to take the timeouts off the board for the Storm. They've called 2 of them. They'll have 1 timeout remaining. 23 seconds left. Fourth and goal at the 14. See if they want to try to do something crazy here. After the timeout, there's 23 seconds remaining. Fourth and goal from the 14. Carlisle is going to take the snap. He rolls right. Throws back to the left and wide open on the far side's Kinnaman. Can he get there? He will. Touchdown, Chargers. I believe that was Max Kinnaman over there all by himself. It was Kinnaman, a 14-yard touchdown reception. His second touchdown reception of the night. He's got 62 yards receiving, both of them touchdowns. With 16 seconds left, the Chargers are going to go for 2 again. Chargers get there. 15 seconds left, excuse me. 2-point conversion pass fails. 14-yard completion from Carlisle to Kinnaman. 14 yards, touchdown Chargers. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with the final 23 seconds of the first half. After this, you're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available. So with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
Welcome back here to Fuzz Burgess Field at Illini West High School. 20-0, all 20 points coming here in the second quarter for the Chargers. 3 touchdowns, 1 2-point conversion, and the Chargers lead 20-0 over the Storm of Bureau Valley High School. The Chargers will get the ball first in the second half. So hop in that live chat, tell us where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. Like the stream if you would. We would greatly appreciate it. So we're going to get the final, well, we expect to be the final kickoff of the first half. And a penalty is called again on the Chargers. A 5-yard penalty. They've had a penalty on every kickoff. So with 15 seconds left, the Chargers will be kicking off from the 40. Or the 30, excuse me, instead of the 40. 35 instead of the 40. I'll get it right in a second. So with 15 seconds. So we get ready to go here. Try it again. That was a good kick. That one was staying in bounds, actually, and kicked it to the right side instead of the left. Try it again. That's going to stay in bounds at the 24-yard line. It's Hartz with it. He's got some running room. There's a penalty marker down. He breaks the tackle, stays up. He's out to the 45-yard line. You might have heard Keith Yex just say probably a hold, could be a block in the back. Boy, they took that way back from where I thought it was going to be. Doesn't matter, though. It's where the penalty marker's at if it's on the Storm either way. It is a hold on the Storm. 8 seconds will remain, and they'll have it. Mark it from the end of the run. 10-yard penalty from the end of the run, so it's not from where the penalty was. Well, they did a 5-yard penalty. Never seen a 5-yard holding before, but that's what we got right there. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. With 8 seconds remaining. Helms going to hand off to Hendricks, and a flag's down. And a 5-yard penalty on the Storm. They started out moving the football, unable to punch it in, and then since about the first drive of the second quarter, their offense has been stalled. Helms going to hand off to Endress. That'll end the first half. Going to give him a couple yards. Actually, I'll give him 3 on the carry. But that'll be the end of the first half of play. Chargers lead 20-0. So we are going to try to show you the band's performance and then the senior night activities for the band. I will step away as my daughter Kaylee is actually in the band. So I'll go down and be a part of that. And so I will step away. We'll leave the camera on. Jenny will work on some stuff while I'm gone, and we'll be back with some stats and the second half in just a few minutes on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Tonight, to start of your halftime performance, the Chargettes bring you their hip-hop routine choreographed by alumni Paige Hulett. The team would like to highlight their senior captain, Miley Merritt, and wish all the seniors a very happy senior night. Girls, the field is yours. Taking the field now are the Illini West marching Chargers under the direction of Jessica Knizel, color guard instructors Dina Shaler and Kia Quebecus, senior drum major Lorelai Moss, junior drum major Cora Hanks, and flag captains Olivia Shaler and junior Ireland Murphy. Tonight, they will be performing their 2024 field show, Black Swan. Drum majors Lorelai Moss and Cora Hanks, is your band ready?
Try to get some scores for you here at the half. You're listening to Charger Football Terrestrial League here on WCAZ.
And we take the field for your performance.
At 7, it will be the 5 seed Knoxville versus Wesleyan, the 10 seed at 7. Tuesday night, the 29th, puts Notre Dame takes on match number 1. And then in the second match, 7 o'clock match, that Tuesday night, Illini West will take on either Knoxville or Warsaw. The regional final is on Halloween night. Wednesday night, it will be Southeastern taking their first regional match at 6 o'clock on Juliet. And the winners of match 2 and 3 will play at 7 o'clock in their regional final at 6 p.m. on Halloween night. Big Point will also host the regional. It will be Brown County and Berry at that regional Monday night, the 28th. And then we'll play Pleasant Hill Tuesday the 29th at 6. Liberty and Payson at 7 o'clock that night. On the 30th, Camp Point will play the winner of match number 1 between Brown County and Berry. Match number 2 will be Berry, Pleasant Hill, Liberty, and then Liberty or Payson in their regional final once again following night. That's a look at the volleyball landscape. Golf state finals aren't until next Friday because on the 4th taking place starting.
We need a vehicle move, Iowa plate, EWF 021 Ford, Iowa plate EWF 021. You have to move your vehicle towards Bushnell We'd like all of the senior parents, we need to be gathered down by the southwest corner. All the senior parents, you need to be gathered down by the southwest corner of the track by the gate.
Did you hear that you're supposed to go to the southwest gate? Said all seniors are. Sorry for helping.
The Stores Boosters will be hosting the ham and turkey dinner on November 3rd from 11 to 1 in the Illini West End. Remember, tickets for adults are $10, seniors over 60 are 8, K through 8 is $5, and carryouts are $10.
Still going on in the second quarter, it is a practice up in Knoxville.
And now we will honor our senior marching band, flag, and dance team. Emily Allman, is the daughter of Eric and Terry Allman. Is being supported by his dad, Ricky Hank, and mother, Jenny Fashion and Peter Fashion. Kaylee Hewitt. Kaylee is the daughter of Dwayne and Tammy Hewitt. Jordan Kemmer. Jordan is the son of Jason Kemmer and Leslie Asbury. Lorelei Moss. Lorelei is the daughter of Wes and Hannah Moss. Miley Merritt. Miley is the daughter of Matt and Michelle Merritt. Olivia Shaler. Olivia is the daughter of Seth and Dina Shaler. Haley and Jaden Stickmeyer. Haley and Jaden are the daughters of Joseph and Elizabeth Stickmeyer. appreciate your effort, dedication, and would like to say thank you. You have represented yourselves, your family, and our community and our school with a great deal of pride and dignity. We have been honored to have you represent Illini West. Best of luck in the future.
Oh, welcome back. We're here with Adrian McGregor. Adrian, you're a Macomb guy.
Yes.
So you're living in Macomb, working at MDH.
Yes.
What's your position?
So I'm the Vice President of Clinical and Support Services here at the hospital. I have about 120 employees that roll up my direction through the organizational chart. And probably the easiest way to explain is I have a great group of department directors that work for me. So areas like radiology and lab and physical therapy and cardiopulmonary services. Those are kind of the main areas that roll my way. And then on the support side, pretty much all things with the plant, the facilities, keeping it clean, construction, all of that rolls up in my direction as well. So I never am bored, and I have plenty to do every day. So sometimes it feels like I just need more daylight than I need work. But this is a great organization, and I work with some of the best people in this community, and I'm proud of that. Mostly proud of all that they are and all that they do, and the employees and what they contribute to the organization. We have a great group here.
Well, two things that caught my attention in what you mentioned. There's been a lot of construction going on, so you've had a lot to deal with. Maybe we could hit on that.
Sure.
But I don't know that in any of the times that I've done these interviews that we've talked about keeping the facility clean.
Yes.
I think those are the forgotten heroes of this place, right? Because if any place needs to be clean, it's here.
Yes.
How important and how much effort goes into keeping a hospital clean?
Well, I can tell you a tremendous amount of effort is made at keeping the facility clean. And just to give you an idea of the complexity of that, we have 14,000 visits a year in our emergency department, for instance. Everybody that comes to the emergency department is most likely having a bad moment of their day or could be a game changer for their year or even beyond. And so obviously that high volume, that equates to 40 or 50 patients a day. You got to have a clean place for every patient coming in hour by hour, minute by minute. And so that area just alone has to be kept clean. But then when you expand out to, we have approximately 800,000 square that needs to be kept clean throughout the entire hospital.
That's a lot of feet.
We do have a lot of employees engaged in that area. Jimmy Rogers actually oversees that area and then some. And so he has put together a team within our environmental services department to ensure cleanliness within the four walls of the hospital alone, but then also partners with several independent contractors that work on some of our business buildings or our physician buildings in other clinics that we have that aren't even located in Macomb. And so he and I have worked closely together over the past 3 years on this. And it was a struggle during COVID for sure, because you want to ensure that every area is cleaned, not only daily, but at times within every hour, if not more. And so it is a valiant effort. It's so important that Medicare watches for any type of hospital-acquired infection that could be picked up from the hospital. So our job is to stay clean, keep clean, and be even cleaner than mom or grandma would ever want you to have. So
a lot more than washing hands.
It really is, and hand washing is part of that as well. In our infection control department, who would have thought that within healthcare that keeping your hands cleaned every hour, every day, after every and even during patient interactions could be a game changer with preventing further infection. And we watch it very, very closely. And of course, everywhere you go, you see not only sinks and patient care areas, but hand gelling in and throughout that. And so we have to, it's what we do. It's not, oh, wow, that's a lot. It's what you do in healthcare. You have to do it. It takes care of patients. It takes care of practitioners. It is basic and fundamental, but when you do it, the outcomes are pretty clear. You help patient care. You prevent infections from happening that shouldn't have happened. Number one. Number two is your staff stay healthier as well.
Which is key in today's world.
Absolutely.
Well, Adrian, I greatly appreciate you coming and talking. And we just touched on some of the stuff that you deal with on a daily basis. So I'm sure we can talk to you again about some other things.
You bet.
But it was fun talking about the things that people kind of, I think, forget about a little bit, to get left behind. We talk about the doctors and the nurses all the time. We don't talk about the people that keep that
You bet.
stuff rolling. So I appreciate you being here. And
thank you
look
so
forward to talking
much.
to you
It was
soon.
wonderful. Thank you.
We'll be right back after this.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available. So with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
And welcome back here. Thank you to Jenny for helping with the halftime entertainment of sorts. We greatly appreciate it. I want to say congratulations to my daughter, Kaylee, and all the senior band members for finishing their home football career as we get ready to go with the second half. Here's 20-0 Chargers. I felt like I was just starting to get into the flow of a football game, and then went and did the senior night stuff, so now I'm all discombobulated. So I apologize. Third quarter action coming your way. 20-0 Chargers. Chargers will get the ball first to start the second half. I'll tell you some stats here for the first half. That's blown dead. Unsure what the problem is. Looks like the Storm will have to re-kick. Carlisle has 11 carries for 43 yards. Johnson, 5 carries for 71. Kinnaman, 2 carries for -13. So 102 yards unofficially. 101 yards on 18 carries rushing for the Chargers. Carlisle, 5 of 8 for 62 yards. Scratch that. 5 of 8. So penalty for the. So they re-rack it here. Didn't move the ball though. Got 4. '87. 101 yards passing. Carlisle has it. He runs it right up the middle on the return. It'll be 1st and 10 Chargers. So Carlisle is 5 of 8 for 101 yards and 2 touchdowns unofficially. First and 10 Chargers at about their 36-yard line. Carlisle rolls right, throws short into flat, Sparks with it. He's going to be across the 40. Going to move it back to the 40. It'll be a gain of 4 on the completion. Sparks gets his first completion of the night. Long 5, short 6 here for the Chargers. They actually did move that a little farther forward than I thought they were going to. We'll call it a 5-yard gain. Johnson with it. He's going to get bundled up in the backfield for a loss. So a 2-yard loss for Johnson. He had some trouble in the first half getting started, but once he got started, he was good to go. But he was held on negative yardage his first 2 plays. Was 2 carries for negative 5 before he broke an 11-yard run. Carlisle looking to pass, throws deep, downfield. He's got a receiver there, but it's going to be picked off. He underthrew it. Foster with the interception. Foster gets the pick. There's Bryson Foster. He's on my roster as 58. He's 82. No, Blake Foster, 88 is 82 apparently. So it's 1st and 10 on the INT. First and 10 for the Foster gets the quick catch, but it's not going to go for much. Gain of 3. I'm going to give it 3. 8 yards on 3 receptions now. 2nd and 7. Short 8, long 7. Helm's going to hand off to Endress. He's going to be met in the backfield. A big-time stop for the Chargers. Rowan Jackson in the backfield. Number 5 gets the stop. A loss of 3 for Endress. It's 3rd and 10. And we're having some internet issues all of a sudden.
Looking, throwing. Foster has it, and Foster will be brought down before he gets to the first down.
To do a speed test here, folks, and see what we can find out. So we're having some speed issues, it looks like. It's 4th and 2, a gain of 8. Our internet has disappeared. 4th and 2. Handoff up the middle is good for a first down. It was Endress, gain of 7, 1st and 10. 1st and 10 at the 42. Endress that time. Endress is going to lose everything he gained on the last play. He's going to actually just lose 5. 2nd and 15 where they ended up marking it. The pass. And that's incomplete. We're going to get 4th down and about 7. $20-0 deficit, and they'll go for it on 4th and 7. Almost got some running room. He's going to be brought down, though. No gain on the play. Turnover on downs to the Chargers. So Helms goes for no gain on that play. He's got 8 carries for 34 yards. And after the interception, the Storm cannot do anything with it. They did get 1 first down. Carlisle will be with Jackson behind him. He's going to hand off right up the middle to Jackson, and he'll go for a nice gain on first down. From the 46 down inside the 40 to about the 39 or 38. See where they're going to mark it here. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 38s. That's a 7-yard gain. Make it an 8-yard gain, it looks like, for Jackson. 2nd down and 2. Probably going to be against the Chargers. So it's 2nd down and 7. So it was an 8-yard gain. Or they took a short 5-yard penalty, one or the other. I'm not real sure what they did there. Now they move it back a little farther, but the downstick didn't move. 2nd and 7. After the 5-yard penalty. Carlisle's just going to do a straight quarterback keeper, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield. He's going to lose a couple of yards on the play. On the stop, number 78, Gus Anderson, the junior defensive lineman. Chargers going to be called for a hold. It was 2nd and 7. See what they want to do. They're going to take the penalty. It'll bring up 2nd and 17. Five penalties for 30 yards. A few other penalties in the first half for kicking the ball out of bounds, but hard to tell the distance actually on those penalties. So we'll call it 5 for 30. And this is 2nd and 17 now for the Chargers. They got 3 wide receivers near side, 1 far. Carlisle alone in the backfield. Straight drop back, looking to throw. Into the flat, out of bounds, incomplete, well out of bounds. He was intending that pass for Niederman, but in coverage was Helms, the quarterback for the Storm. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 17 for the Chargers. See what they do here. Once again, hop into live chat. Tell us where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. We'd love to see some of you there in the live chat. 7:24 to go in the third quarter. Neither team is having a whole lot of luck here in third quarter action. Of course, it's not that undifferent from the first half. The first quarter was a lot quicker than this, but neither team was able to score. Then the Chargers found the pay dirt 3 times in quarter number 2. That's where we stand, 20-0 to lead. Carlisle's going to roll right after the fake handoff. He's going to loft it over the middle and incomplete. It was Kinman there. And Niederman possibly the other deep receiver. It was Niederman, and it's going to be 4th down and 17, so it'll be a punting situation for the Chargers. So we had a little internet issue there. Trying something different on our computer, and another flag down. See what the referees call this time. There's a little bit of a huddle. Another penalty for the Chargers. That's the 3rd penalty on this drive. So 4th and 22 now. They'll be kicking from their own 43-yard line. Ridgewood leads BPC 44-12 now in the third quarter in Bushnell. In Elmwood, the Bombers have come back to take the lead 22-19 in the third quarter with 55 seconds left in the third quarter. Bombers lead 22-19. 4th and forever for Illini West. Kinnaman back to kick. It's going to roll, not a good kick, and rolls out of bounds to about the 33-yard line. That's where the Storm will have it 1st and 10 at the 33. They're in halftime at Knoxville. So they have scored a lot of points in Knoxville. We said they were trying to get back here, see what the score is. 40-37 Titans at half. That's a lot of points being scored in that game up there tonight. Helms at the deep shotgun. Hand off to Endress, second back through. They fake the inside in motion. Endress breaks a couple tackles. He's going to go for a gain of 9. Endress is going to get a gain of 9. He finally got held up enough to get tackled, but 39 yards on 11 carries for Indris now. In Biggsville, the Falcons of Flanagan, Cornell, Woodland. Another penalty. Offsides Chargers is going to be a first down by penalty for the Storm. 5 yards in that penalty. Helms going to throw into the flat to Indris. That might have actually been a backwards lateral. Keith, are you calling that a pass or a run? Okay, I'll call it a pass too then. 6 yards on the pass play. Indris catches his first pass for 6 yards. Second down and 4. Helms keeps it on, pitches it out to Hartz. Hartz is going to get nowhere. Boy, they are not giving any forward progress. Sparks there on a stop. That's a loss of 2 at least for Hartz. Called a loss of 3 for Hartz. He's got 19 yards on 6 carries unofficially. But it's third down and 7 more importantly. West Prairie Southeastern winning 60-6. Helms throws it, and he's going to throw back shoulder, and it's going to be caught. Blake Foster on the reception. .23-yard completion. .34 yards on 3 receptions now for Foster. Fakes the handoff on the inside. Helms with the carry. He might go. He's going to be brought down inside the 10, I think. Maybe it's inside the 15. It is inside the 10, from the 27 down to about the 9. At the 7, so a 22-yard gain for Helms. Incomplete on the pass attempt to Foster. So the Storm trying to find their way back into this one. 4:43 to go. It's second and goal at the 7. Hart he's going to be wrapped up. A loss on the play, at least 2 it looks like. I'll call that the 9 or the 10. Loss of 2. .17 yards on 7 carries now. Hart's in motion, fakes the handoff. Helms has it. He's going to be down to the 5, it would appear. We'll give him 4. He's going to bring up 4th down and goal from the 5. Scoreboard saying 6. Clock continues to run here. 32-0. The Missiles lead the Sobos into the end zone, fighting for it. Incomplete, turnover on downs. Couldn't see who that was back there. Breaking it up. Might have been Sparks over there breaking it up for the possibly number 48, Kyle Stronger also. And it's going to be turnover on downs, 1st and goal at the 6 for the Chargers. So again, the 4th time unofficially that the Storm have turned the ball over on downs. 3:13 left here in the 3rd quarter. Much like the 1st quarter, no points as of yet here in quarter number 3. All the points have come in the 2nd quarter. Carlisle gets the snap, goes forward for a couple maybe. Gain of 2. Well, that's a really short 2. That's really 2nd and 9, it looks like. And they're letting some time run off the clock. Reset the play clock. So they could let a little more time run off if they wanted to. Well, the clock stopped. I'm not sure why the clock has stopped. And a penalty marker's down. Offsides, the initial signal on the Storm. It is. 5-yard penalty on the Storm. They have played a clean game tonight. Carlisle, with his team having a 2nd and about 3. Johnson gets in. There's nowhere for him to go. He might have got back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 3. So 3 wide receivers near side. That looks like 3 and 4 now. Might have lost a yard on that play. Clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. And overthrowing. Nick Johnson was the intended receiver. Carlisle incomplete. 4th and 4 at the 11-ish yard line. So it'll be a punting situation for the Chargers. No question, punting situation here for the Chargers. Coming back to punt from his own goal line. Gets it off. Nice punt. Angling left and won't be a return. It's going to bounce across the 40. About the 43-yard line or so. See where they mark it, either 43 or 44-yard line. 1st and 10 plus territory for the Storm. It is 1:29 to go here in the third quarter. Not sure what the conversation could be about here. The official, the white cap, talking to the coaching staff on the near side. Is there a penalty marker down? Punted again, it would appear. Roughing the kicker. It'll be an automatic, it'll be a first down. It should be. 5 yards will be enough for a first down, even if it's running into the kicker. It is a first down, Chargers, after running into the kicker. I didn't even see a flag back there. So a huge penalty for the Storm. .129 left here in quarter number 3. A big first down by penalty. And it's going to be Johnson on the carry. He's going to lose a yard or two, it would appear. Man, he loses more than one. That might be 3. So what they've called that. Loss of 2. Johnson's had big plays or loss pretty much is what it's been for him. 9 carries for 75 yards now, but 61 of those came on a touchdown run. His other 8 carries went for less than 2 yards a carry. Carlisle takes a snap, throws it to the flat. Sparks goes up for the catch. Not a whole lot there, though. It's going to be 3. Third and 9, and the Chargers offense has sputtered, much like the Storm offense here in this second half. Down to 11 seconds. I don't think they'll have to snap the ball here. So we'll take a break. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Will be fourth quarter action when we come back here to Fuzz Burgess Field.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available. So with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
I like to make time for my patients. I don't ever want anyone to feel rushed. I'm happy to sit and talk for as long as they need. And you know, sometimes that puts me behind in my schedule, but I think it's worth it. People know if they need me that I'll be there.
Welcome back here to Fuzz Burgess Field in Carthage, Illinois. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Ready for the fourth quarter here as the Chargers still lead 20-0. Both teams 3-3, the Bureau Valley Storm and the Illini West Chargers. Both teams need this one to extend their playoff likelihood. The loser will have to win both of their final 2 games. The winner will have a, for lack of a better term, a loss in their pocket for a later date if they need to use it to get to the 5-4 mark. Hopefully they're able to continue here as the Chargers hand off to Johnson. He's got room, and he might be gone. He's at the 40, 50. I don't think they're going to catch him. It's that Hartz is tracking him down. What a job by Hartz to reel him in, and he does. Johnson all the way from the 18-yard line. What a job by Hartz, though, to track him down. He was 10 yards behind. That's a DK Metcalf kind of track down right there. From the 18 to the 50 would be 32 yards, and he's all the way down to the 8. Or make it the 5. That's 45. That's 89 yards. Is that right? No, it's not. Is it 89? No, it's 79 yards. 79 yards on the carry. 79 yards on the carry. 154 yards on 10 carries. Just a second first down of the half. Third, one by penalty. Pitches it outside. Touchdown. No, what a job. He does get in. Nick Johnson from 5 yards out. And just like that, the Chargers get on the scoreboard. They like the even quarters. They put 6 points on the scoreboard on the second play of the quarter, 11-10 to go in the fourth quarter. So a 20 or 5-yard run for Nick Johnson. He's got a 61-yard run and a 5-yard touchdown run. He's got a 79-yard run. But you got to give Hart so much credit, man. That kid tracked him down from behind. Here's the extra point attempt. Is up and it looks good. It is. Who was that on the kick? Who was that? Who was that on the kick? Tristan. What? I just call him Tristan. Is he a foreign exchange student? Gotcha. Tristan on the kick. He's a foreign exchange student. They just call him Tristan. And it is 27-0 Chargers. Extending their lead. We'll take a break, and we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available. So with the addition of nurse practitioners, lately we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
And welcome back as we get ready for the kickoff. 27-0 the lead for the Chargers, as the even quarters have been good to them. The kick is going to stay in bounds. It's going to be a return, but not about out to the 15-yard line. And the Storm have their longest field of the night. 1st and 10 at their own 15, as they are down 27-0 with 11:05 to go here in the football game. Welcome back to Fuzz Burgess Field here in Carthage, Illinois, on the campus of Illini West High School. The Chargers looking to put themselves one game away from playoff eligibility. Helms rolls left. He's got some running room. He's going to go across the 20. Gain of 5 or 6. We'll see where they end up marking it. I think it's going to be a gain of 6 for Helms. He's got 66 yards on 8 carries. Combite's on the stop. 2nd and 4. And down in the backfield, and Indris is tackled. Loss of 4. Almost facing a 3rd and 8. Got an open receiver across the middle. Foster, and he drops it. No, it's Indris, excuse me, but it's dropped. Fourth and 8. And again, this time Indris is back to punt. Down by 27 here with 9:41 remaining in the football game. And they are going to punt it away. Nice punt by Indris. Reverse. Johnson's got some running room down the near sideline. It's going to be out of bounds. Penalty marker's going to fly anyway. A great return on the reverse, but it's going to come back a little ways at least, as Johnson's return was halted out of bounds down near the 20, but his penalty marker is going to bring it back farther than that. Illegal block in the back, charged to the Chargers. It'll be 1st and 10 Chargers. They're going to throw that flag at the 26-yard line. Should be. They're hollering for a football again. They should mark off the penalty from the 26. It'll be a 10-yard penalty, I do believe. maybe an 11-yard penalty. But it'll be 1st and 10 from the 37 now. Johnson goes for about a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7. On the stop for the Storm, number 56, Aiden Andrade on the stop. Johnson goes for a gain of, well, they move it ahead more. I call it a gain of 4. 2nd and 6. $11 carries for 158 yards now with the 2 big runs. Hand off to Johnson. He's going to go down to the 30. Gain of 3. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 3. Chargers hand off. Nope. Carlisle keeps it, and he's going to get a 1st down. From the 30, inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. A gain of 6 for Carlisle. 51 yards on. So Carlisle is taking all the time he can here. 7:02 remaining, clock running. Hand off to Johnson again. He's got running room around the left side. Going to be held back and then breaks a tackle. He's going to be down near the 10-yard line. From the 24 down to the 11 or 12. We'll see where they mark it. So 13 on the carry for Johnson. 174 on 13 carries unofficially.
Sparks wide to the right side in the slot is Niederman. In the slot on the other side of the position is Kim on this near side. Carlisle waits for the official to start counting.
Approaching the 6-minute mark now, 6:14. And that's going to go to Johnson again. He's going to be brought down in the backfield this time. Big play. Loss of 3 or 4. Loss of 4. 2nd and 14.
Summary from Macomb. Now the Titans 26, the Blue Bullets 45.
Again, taking as much time as they can. 5:20 to go. Hand off to Johnson. Bounces it outside. Gets those yards back. Gain of 5 or 6. 2nd and 8. So 6-yard gain. 15 carries for 176 yards. Under 5 minutes to go, 4:40 left now as the Chargers literally using as much time as they can on every play. 3rd down and 8 from about the 9-yard line. Carlisle, nope, direct snap actually. Might have been Niederman. Trey Niederman's going to go for a gain of going to give him 4 yards on the carry. That's the first carry for Niederman. 4th and 5 from the 6-yard line. Clock running. 3:40 remaining. Carlisle has Johnson to his right. Niederman right. Sparks left. 2 tight ends. Carlisle going to go for the corner route to Sparks, and it is caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Six-yard touchdown pass. Sparks gets the touchdown on a 6-yard reception. He's got 14 yards on 3 catches, 6 yards for the touchdown. So the crowd's starting to leave. 3:22 left. Extra point coming for Tristan. Mokash, Tristan Mokash, number 61, gets the kick. So a touchdown for the Chargers. We'll take a break and we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
And welcome back here to Carthage, Illinois, Fuzzburgess Field at Illini West High School. It is 34-0, Chargers with the lead as we have 3:22 remaining here in quarter number 4. And the Chargers are going to get the win. So all that's left is to figure out what the final score is going to be at this point. Chargers get a big senior night win, 3:22 to go in the football game. It's 34-0. I guess I shouldn't say it's over yet, but man, it would take a huge miracle to make something like that happen here. That kick is going to roll down again inside the 10 to the 6. It's going to be picked up late, running to the middle, and brought down at about the 14 or 15, maybe 16-yard line again. See where they mark it. But a lot of success for the Chargers here late when they've been able to keep the ball in bounds on kickoffs. When they've done that, it's been successful. It's been inside the 20 the last 2 or 3 times for the Storm. 3:15, make it 3:16 left here in the football game. Helms going to take a snap. He's all alone in the backfield. Endress in motion. He's going to fake the handoff. Helms keeps it. He's got running room. He's going to come out across the 30, 36-yard line before he is stopped. He goes from the 17 to the 30. Well, where are they going to mark it? 36-yard line? It's a 13-yard gain, right? No, 18-yard gain. 19-yard gain. I'll get it right in a second for Helms. Helms gets the 19-yard run. Handoff's going to go to Endress. 43. 2 or 3. A 7-yard gain, 2nd down and 3. Long 3, but a 2nd down and 3. Clock running, 2:18 remaining. All that's left is the final score. Can the Chargers complete the shutout? They've dealt a shutout so far. About 46 minutes into a shutout. Helms back to pass. Looking, he's got an open receiver. Foster, he's going to tuck it and run. He sidesteps the defender. Going to go across the 50, a 1st down. Gain of 9 and a 1st down for Helms. Ten carries for 94 yards for Helms. Helms dropping back again. Under pressure, rolls left. Fakes the throw. He's crossed the line of scrimmage. There should be a penalty marker there, but I don't think they're going to throw it. It's going to be completed from the 48. They called it a good play, but it looked like it was across the line of scrimmage on the throw. No penalty marker down. So it's going to go for a 32-yard completion. And a first down. 1:27. Clock should be running unless he was out of bounds. Shutout in peril now as in motion goes Hartz. Helms keeps it, and he might go. Down inside the 5. 13-yard gain. First and goal at the 3 or 4. The 3, I believe. So a 14-yard gain for Helms. .104. The Storm taking a long time in the huddle here. I think there may be a timeout coming. It's first and goal at about the 3. They call it the 4. They're going to leave the huddle late. This might be the last play. They took so much time on this play. I wonder if this isn't it. They're either going to score or they're going to be done. Helms going to drop back, rolls right. He's got an open receiver. Foster, a 4-yard completion. It's a Storm touchdown with 32 seconds left. So the first touchdown of the game comes at the 32-second mark. Endress, a 2 kick is up and good. So a touchdown for the Storm as they get in the end zone with 32 seconds remaining. And it'll be as we'll take a quick break. We'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH right after this.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's what kind of sets us apart.
And welcome back here as the touchdown on the scoreboard belongs this time to the Storm, but it's too little too late as the Chargers are going to get what will likely be a 34-7 victory after a couple touchdowns in the fourth quarter exploded a 20-0 lead at the half. Neither team scored in the first or third quarters. The Chargers scored 3 times in the second and 2 times in the fourth, and the Storm get 1 here in the fourth towards the end. And really, as I said, it looked like they either score on that play or they're not going to run another one. They waited until they made sure there was not going to have to be another play ran. So I expect that if they hadn't scored there, they would not have scored and would have let the clock run out. So they'll do the kick here. It's 32 seconds remaining. Endress is short, and it's going to be recovered by number 4, Evan Sanderson, one of the seniors. And it's going to be first and 10 Chargers with 30 seconds remaining. And the Chargers are going to walk out of Fuss Burgess Field for the last time during the regular season at least with a 4-3 record and one win away from making it to the IHSA playoffs. They will not probably have a home game in the first round, but if they could somehow get a win in round number 1, they could have another game if they can make the playoffs and win in round 1 here at Fuzz Burgess Field.
They don't go victory formation. They go from the shotgun. He's still going to take a knee.
And they're going to take the knee on the snap,
Wrap it up
and that'll end it.
as they'll move the football back to the 39.
And they're going to load them back, but it really doesn't matter at this point. I'm not even going to take the yards off for the kneel down. 10 seconds remaining. Final in Biggsville, 41-26. Final here in Carthage is 34-7. The Chargers get the win over the Storm of Bureau Valley. We'll tell you, we'll take a look here while we're doing some things, get you some final stats or final scores here. Macomb and Elmwood Brimfield was close, 22-19, I believe, at last check. We'll see what that one is. Again, 34-7, the final here at Illini West High School. Elmwood Brimfield, with 48 seconds left, is up 31-28 over the Macomb Bombers. Elmwood Brimfield, 31-28 over the Bombers with 48 seconds left. Or 1 minute and 2 seconds. They readjusted the clock. Looks like the Bombers do have the football, though, possibly. Look at some other scores here. West Hancock, 53-46. Knoxville over West Hancock. Joey Yelnick in the live chat there saying, giving a big shout out to Luke. Luke Little doing the broadcast, of course, for us on the Titans games all season long. Well, here's a quick look at some stats. We won't add up totals. We'll just do a quick look here. The Storm, 100 yards on 11 carries for Helms, 17 yards on 7 carries for Hartz, 42 yards on 13 carries for Indris. Helms had 66 yards passing on 9 completions. Foster had, unofficially, 5 completions for 70 yards and the 1 touchdown. For the Chargers, again, all unofficial, 13 carries for 51 yards for Carlisle, 170 yards on 15 carries for Johnson, negative 13 for Kinnaman on 2 carries and 4 yards for Niederman. The Chargers quarterback Carlisle, 8 completions, 8 of 13 for 115 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Niederman had 3 catches for 39 yards. Kinnaman had 2 catches, both touchdowns, for 62 yards. Sparks had a touchdown on his 3 receptions for 14 yards total, the 6-yard touchdown. Going through the scoring plays real quick for you. At the 9:56 mark of the second quarter, Carlisle connected with Kinnaman for 48 yards. The 2-point conversion pass to Niederman was good. It was 8-0. 4:48 to go in the first half. 61-yard touchdown run for Nick Johnson. The run failed. It was 14-0. And then with 15 seconds left, Carlisle connected with Kinnaman for a 14-yard pass. The pass failed. It was 20-0. No scoring in the first or the third quarters, as we talked about a couple times. With 11:10 to go in the fourth quarter, Johnson scored on a 5-yard run. That was after a 79-yard run. Tristan's kick was good. It was 27-0. Then with 3:22 to go, Carlisle connected with Sparks for a 6-yard touchdown pass. The kick was good again. It was 34-0. And then with 32 seconds left, Helms connected with Blake Foster for a 4-yard, or make that a 6-yard touchdown, 4-yard, that was right, 4-yard touchdown pass. And the kick was good by Indris. and it was the final score 34-7. So that'll do it here from Fuzz Burgess Field in Carthage, Illinois. The Chargers. Caden Strand's hopping in at the last second. I want to say hey to Caden. He helped do the game with Peyton Hutchins last week. So the Chargers get the win, 34-7. That'll do it from Fuzz Burgess Field. We'll talk to you again very soon. Have a great night.